So I've been in PropNext for 15 years, focusing on HDB upgrading since 2015. And a lot of my income are actually from HDB upgraders, meaning that is how focused it can be. I think almost 90% or actually, if you ask me, even more than that. So meeting HDB upgraders regularly, every week I can make 1, 2, 3, 4, I think anytime. So regularly minimum got one. So, and having a lot of meetings with them before already. Okay. Today's scopes, what we will be talking about will be how to talk to buyer when we meet them. Okay. Anyone want to know how should we talk to buyer when we meet them? Can I have a show of hand? Today, who want to know how do we talk to buyer when we meet them? Or whatever we tell them, is it correct or not? Can I have a show of hand today? Who want to know how to talk to buyer when we meet them? Me, yes. Keep it coming, Like I say, I want it to be two-way, because only through two-way, you also won't be so boring, If you're not sitting in front of the computer, look at the screen, I also don't know how you all feel. For me, I cannot. For me, I cannot. I just feel that very uncomfortable whenever it's doing Zoom and only one way traffic, meaning that I sit down there, listen to the training, I will be like very bored. Okay, so then the next thing is how to determine if a product worth buying, and I think most importantly is at the end of the day, how to deliver a product to a buyer successfully. So later I'll give 3 examples on how can we bring, I will say that let people feel that this product is worth buying through a few case studies. Later I'll have 3 examples. Okay, then followed by conclusion. Good. Are you ready to start? Yes, keep it coming. Yes. We are about to start the main thing. Good. For my lesson, you don't have a lot of slides. Everything is very, very simple, but you have to be pay a lot of attention in the whole discussion, because you will learn a lot more from the whole discussion than looking at the slide, all this. Okay, ready? Let's do it. First case study. This one will be about more on how do we talk to buyer when we meet them. Today, imagine today if you meet a buyer who tell you, I want to buy a property for investment. Budget 1.6 million. Very open to buy anything in the market. Anything in the market. Pure investment. What will you sell to them? What will you sell to them? So can I have a volunteer? Believe me, for the past few sessions I do, the volunteer has the most takeaway. So can I have a volunteer share with me today if you meet someone that has 1.6 million property, 1.6 million budget, pure investment, what will you share with them? How would you tell them? How can I have some volunteer? Can I have a volunteer? Previous session, the volunteer has the most takeaway in the whole class. Any volunteer? Recently that has done presentation? Have or not? Don't have, you'll just wait here. How? Anyone can volunteer yourself, share with me how you're going to talk to this buyer that you meet. Anyone? Hello? Anyone recently just done presentation on? They don't feel shy. We are here to learn together. Don't worry. Hi, is there anyone? Can I have one volunteer? Let me see. This group is the shy one. How? Okay. Kozen, right? Kozen, can you unmute yourself? Okay, my notes, there are some changes, so don't use the one inside the notes. My notes, there are some changes. Kozen, can you unmute yourself, Kozen? Is this Kozen correct? Yes. Hello, where are you? No volunteer this class cannot go through.
Hi, Gary. Good morning.
Hello.
Hi, this is May here. Maybe since no one is, maybe let me try.
Yeah. Don't worry. Yeah, try. Yes.
Yeah, I'm new RES, just for info. I don't know what to expect. Probably, likely, I will just check with like, hi, Mr. So and so. I understand that this is your budget, 1.6 million. Is for investment. Can I just check a little bit more from you, as in other than the budget, is there any other needs or requirements, such as location or any other specific requirements?
Very good. So, May, give me a minute. So to the rest of the class, later May and I will do a role play. Okay, so May, you must treat me just like the prospect or your friend or anyone that you just meet. Okay, so for the rest of the class, you can always type inside the chat box on the feedback that you have, that you go through, that you think that May did it right or May did it wrong. So you just put it inside. Then later we will look at it together to review from this whole role play. Then we will learn from it. May, is it okay for you?
Certainly. Thank you.
Okay, good. Yeah. So now you can just treat me like a prospect, and to the rest of them, leave the chat box open and type in anything that you think, you feel that you want to share with the class. Okay, from there, then everyone learn together. Okay, May, yes, you can start now. Hi, May.
Hi, good morning, Gary.
Good morning, yes.
I understand that you would like to invest in a property with the budget range of 1.6 million, and it's very open to anything in the market, purely for investment.
Yes.
Can I also understand, before I suggest anything to you, can I also understand more from you, as in whether you have any other needs and requirements on the property that you are going to invest?
Yes, sure.
I think that's all from me.
You must ask me, what are the questions that you want to ask me?
Oh, okay. For example, what are the locations that you have in mind? Size of the property, facing, or looking at how long-term or short-term investment return.
Very good, but you don't talk to your prospect. One shot, blah 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 blah. Right? So treat it
I don't
normal.
know what
Treat it
else to
normal.
ask.
Don't worry. You treat it normally. Like imagine if today you are serving a client. I understand you are a new RES, but of course you also have some experience to serve someone before, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you just treat like you are you're serving someone it, that the same thoughts. So from this whole case study, then we will learn what are the things that you can improve, or what are the things that you have done really well. Then from there, then you are able to catch a few pointer that make your next presentation a lot more comfortable.
Yep.
Okay, good. So let's do it slowly together again. Yes. So
Hi.
you ask me, right? What are the location that I have in mind, right? You're saying.
Yes.
So to me, I will say that I don't have a specific location, but I think most importantly is what you have that can help me to make the most profit.
Most profit. In that case, I think it's better that I do an assessment for you to know of the how we are going to utilize the cash or the CPF portion. Where will your fund come from, so that we can maximize your return of investment?
Yeah. So I have checked already. Roughly at the end of the day, because someone checked for me before, roughly at the end of the day, I think budget 1.6 million plus minus maybe to up to 1.7 is a sweet spot that I have because I've done all the necessary checks. So you have any suggestion to me?
Any suggestion? Are you looking into like a new launch, or you will be open to resale? So can I just maybe hear your thoughts?
I would say I hear say most of the people say new launch is better lah. But I'm seriously opening up. I don't mind the resale also because can collect rental immediately.
Yes, but but one point I need to highlight to you regarding resale is you will be facing a lot of competition from the first hand owner. So that will be one thing that I need to highlight to you. So I would definitely recommend for pure investment, and for returns, I would recommend new launch.
What do you mean by the first hand owner? I mean, that's what you mentioned.
Okay, for example, let's say you are entering into the resale market today with a PSF of, for example, maybe 1,005. However, not to forget, those we still have a lot of competitions from the first hand owner who own the property right from the beginning under BOC. So probably they would have bought the property at maybe around 1,000. So just imagine like 5 years down the road, if you were to sell at let's say 1,008. So what would you think that the prices that the first hand owner will willing to let go their properties at?
I see. Understand that. So meaning that you also suggest that buy from the developer will be better lah.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So then do you have any suggestion?
Location, east, west, central. Suggestion maybe Bartley View.
Bartley View. How come you got this suggestion?
Because this is combination of good school and MRT. So yeah, and it's in the RCR region, meaning it's rest of central region. So, and looking at the per square foot price, currently at 1,008 to 1,009, whereas Ang Mo Kio, the latest one is already going for 2,000, and Ang Mo Kio is considered OCR. outside Central Region. So I would recommend this project to you.
Will such project make money or not? How can this help me make money?
Okay, so probably looking at the government land sale price. So if, for example, today Bartley View, this plot of land at Jalan Bunga Rampai, the developer bid the land price at maybe 1,005. But we are currently looking at the latest government land sale, and those are already going above. For example, the one that I just mentioned to you, the Ang Mo Kio site is already going for 1,008, and retail price is going to start from 2,000 to 2,001. So looking at the trend, the upward trend of the market of the land, we can predict and conclude that, moving forward, the land price will be increasing.
I see. So that is when you feel that, if today we go in and buy, chances is in future other people will sell more expensive.
Yes, definitely.
I understand. So by doing like this, I will have chance to make money?
Yeah, because you are entering at this price, and if the prices continue to go up, and if our demand continue to be strong, so property buying, selling, how we make money is actually from demand and supply. If our demand is limited, if our supply is limited, meaning that, more people are willing to buy and enter into the market and they can buy, then that will drive up the prices.
I see. Understand that. So how should we move forward from here?
How do we move forward from here? Can I share more about the product itself with you? The layout, the facing, the design, and probably we make an appointment to view the show unit.
We can make an appointment to view the unit. Okay, yeah. That's all. Yeah.
Right.
Anything else that you want to share with me?
No, don't have already. Actually, I really don't know what else to say.
Don't know what else to say, right? I understand. To be honest, you are not the only one like this. I conducted these courses for a while. It's very common, but of course, I do see people who really do a lot of presentations. So their engagement with me is totally different one. So this is very common. But maybe I'll just to the rest of the class. To the rest of the class, is there anything else that y'all want to let May know? Anything that y'all want to bring up? I saw a few. Don't mind, May. We will just go through it together.
Yes, okay? Please.
Like I say, from here we learn. Of course, through your example, some of them will start to reflect. Hey, I think I also like that. Okay. So for a start, I really love that, the way you ask question. The way you ask question. So your questioning is very good. Try to understand me, and from there, you are talking to me. Correct? You remember, for a start, you are chit-chatting with me, trying to understand what are the things that I look for, whether is it resale, is it new launch. Correct or not? May, correct?
Yes.
All right. So that part is all very good. To me, I will classify that as human stock. Correct. Human to humans kind of talking. Correct. So, but you started to become salesperson along the way. Maybe you don't know what else to chit chat about. You start to become a salesperson, meaning that you start to say, hey. Like example, you use the word BUC. I think most of the people don't understand what is BUC. Okay, then your industrial jargon start to come out, and you start to talk about Bartley View already. Then from Bartley View onwards, you start to sell. Correct or not?
Correct, because that's my only project.
That is your only project, huh? That you wanted to sell lah. But don't worry about that. I mean, that is okay. But at least you know, because you have a project in mind, that's why you got a direction to go to. Correct? If not, then you totally got no direction to go to, right?
Yes, you're right.
All right, because if not, like you will be very very confused on, hey, you know what are the next question I want to ask. You won't even have a direction on, hey, should I bring out the Amokyo GLS, Amokyo land price to come to a discussion.
Yes.
All right. So can I ask the ground? Is there anything that you know you think that May didn't touch on along the way? Like Irene mentioned, you know, should find out what Gary has seen, what is his thoughts on that. I think that is a very, very good thing, meaning that, you know, maybe you can ask, hey, so far have you seen anything? Because just now you mentioned that you hear say someone telling you about new launch is better, correct? So by understanding what I've seen, at least you know you can have a benchmark, or you know you have a thing to resonate back. Like example, if I tell you, you know, I have seen Florence residents, then any conversation that then you can always relate back to Florence residents, something like this. Correct, May?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, correct. That's a very valid point. I didn't even consider.
At least you know you can always bounce back the idea. Like,
yes.
Like example, I would say, you know, today, Bartley View have not launched and they are going to launch soon. Have you seen any property that, you know, when during the launch, subsequently price increase like crazy? So if price increase like crazy, will you make money from there or not?
Yes.
All right, I'll ask this question. Then because you know that I've seen Florence before, correct?
Yes.
Then you ask, like example, Florence, do you know their price increase a lot?
Yeah.
You see where I'm coming from? So yes. This is something that is very important, that, you know, the moment you bounce back idea, the client will start to think, hey, true, like how Florence, I remember last time people buy 1450, now people buying 1,007.
Yes.
Then I bring up, I say, so today, if given a choice, you know, you buy day one launch subsequently, do you think you have a chance to make money from there? Will my impact be better than, you know, I tell them, you know, Amokyo land going to a lot more expensive. Now we are buying cheaper, then our price will be more expensive in future, that kind.
Yes.
So from the ground, do y'all see where I'm coming from? Can I have some response from the ground from the rest of the people? We got 100 and more than 150, more than 160. Can I have more response from the ground? Cannot repeat because I also forget what I say already. That's why I say you must be very attentive on what I'm trying to say. All right. Do you all see that? Just now, May, from what Irene mentioned, you know, they didn't, May didn't have a chance to ask me what have I seen before. So from an interaction like this, right, what have I seen before? Like example, you know, if she have to ask me that, I would say like Florence residence, or I can say Treasure at Tampines, or even Affinity. Then there is chances that we can relate back to what we mentioned. Like just now, May was trying to sell me Bartley View, but the selling part is not strong. There is no punch, meaning that I should die have to buy the kind. Correct? So if May got to say something like, example, you know, during a presentation, example, we say, hey, have you seen anything before? Then I say, okay, I saw Florence residence. So who is not sure that Florence actually increase, has a nice price increment over the years? All right, Florence price has a nice increment over the year. Then I will say, today, if given a choice, we buy Bartley View, do you think developer will be selling the same price since day one all the way to the last unit? I will ask question like this. It's a lot easier to sell like this. All right. Do you think developer will sell at the same price from day one all the way until the last unit? Then I'll say, let's have a look at example. Like example, you have seen Florence residence. Can you see how the price increase over the years? All right. So this is the thing that if you understand the client by know that what they have seen before, you have a easier way to punch in a product you want to sell. Am I right or not? All right. So this is the importance of asking question and understanding the client. Okay. So Irene, very good example. Find out what Gary has seen. What is his thought? What is his thoughts on that? So then the next one will be, I will ask buyer, is it buying first property or is he going to pay ABSD? I think this is also very good. At least, these are all the small questions that we will want to understand the client better. Is there any other suggestion that, any other must ask question that you have? Then you can punch it into the chat box. Then from there we will see whether anything that we know we have missed out. Buying under whose name? Yes, very good. Buying under whose name? Ask about the holding period. Holding period meaning what? 事情. Holding period meaning what? Have you met any other agent? Very good. How long intend to hold the property? Yes. For example, we hold 3 years versus 5 years versus 20 years. There are different strategy. So you will meet people that want to hold 20 years on. Correct? Then how you influence them to become hold 5 years, hold 8 years? Then you at least you is a lot more business for you, first thing, and of course second thing is a lot easier for you to plan. Okay, how much CPF, how much cash on hand, all this. Okay, very good question. It's a sure must ask question. Anything else? Any debt obligation, freehold, leasehold? So, but important in this May example, can we say that, do you all see May actually start selling very fast? Can I have a show of hand from the ground? Can you all see that May actually start selling very fast? How do you all feel when May start to sell? How you all feel when May start to sell as a buy watcher, guarded? How you all feel when May start to sell? Guarded. Any more response from the ground? But do you all see when you're at the sideline, you all see how people present. Then you all think about it. Along the way, do you all do something like this also? Aggressive selling. So doing example like this is very, very important. Do you all see that how people start to sell and how you feel when you very obviously say, oh, start to sell already. Correct or not? So can I have a show of hand who also do something like this one? Can I have a show of hand who also, along the way, don't know what to say, then the next thing to do is start selling. Start selling, yes. How do I pronounce your name? Is it Wow, should I use pretty?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Pretty, yes. Nice name. So start selling, right, along the way, very fast one, right?
Yeah.
But
Never KYC.
Sorry again?
Never KYC.
But how you feel the moment when you see May start selling?
How I feel I felt like she was a bit nervous. So even if the product she pitched, I also would be nervous. Like, does she know what she's selling to me?
Does she know what she's selling to you? But of course, nervous is normal because on the Zoom talking to 170 over people.
Yeah. I mean, I also face that issue. I also become nervous when I'm selling.
Yes. But when the moment you start to feel that she has a product in mind and she is selling that product already, how do you really feel that moment? Guarded, right?
Yeah, guarded.
Will your mind start to like another typical agent? Irene was saying that, Irene. Correct. So this is something that I think from May example to the ground. I think from May example, it is really, really important. Something that we try our best not to repeat this mistake. Okay? May, do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yes, totally agree. Thank you,
Totally,
Gary. Yes.
Sorry.
Thank you. Yes, agree.
Thank you. It's interesting, but you unknowingly that you, because there is no topic in mind, you go into selling too fast.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, go into selling too fast. The moment you go into selling, to be honest, I don't know about the rest, but I start to have guarded. I start to think that what this agent going to share with me, right, is just a product selling. Correct. So
Yes, that's right.
my mind will naturally start to block a lot of things, a lot of sales pitch. But one thing very, very good about you is because you interact. So even I want to block the sales pitch, right? You keep me thinking. You start to ask, hey, Ang Mo Kio land like this. So you keep me thinking, but the thing is, start selling too fast already. Correct? So far, I think is a very good example. Then we will look at these are the problem. These are the problem I want to address. So to the ground. Thanks a lot, May. Thank you. Can we have a virtual applause for May? Can we have virtual applause for May from the ground? Yeah. Good.
Thank you
Thanks,
all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. So you can see, right, from the example just now, right? One thing very important is May know what to sell. May know what to sell. But she don't know how to sell. And she don't know why need to sell this product. She already know what to sell. Because she's doing Bartley View, but she just don't know how to bring it up. To me, by bringing it up, right, is very, very important. It's not like, you just, hey, have you heard about Bartley View, or have you heard about Treasure at Tampines, or have you heard about Florence? It's not so direct. To me, when you do it a lot more indirectly, people start to capture people's attention. Correct? So can I have a show of hand? You all want to see how I do it or not? You all want to see how I do it? I do it a very simple example. Yes. For me, I usually will not sell product. Product is always the very, 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 very last thing I will bring out in a conversation. Okay? So I will start to ask them. Let me go back to the case study. So I will start to ask them. I say, because buyer want to buy for investment, 1.6 million. So open to anything, right? Open to anything. I will start to ask them, do you know? Hey, you can take note. I won't repeat. Do you know what is the best way to make money from property today? I will ask them, do you know what is the best way to make money from property today? Correct. Now I'll show them some example. I say, you see this Hyde Park residence. Correct. So we need to understand how people make profit from Hyde Park. Correct or not? How people make profit from Hyde Park? Can you see that they buy at 2015, so at 2020, maybe 5 years, they make 535,000. Lowest profit, 326,000 for the top 20 transaction. Do you all want to make such profit or not? Can I ask the ground, do you all want to make such profit or not? From 500, 400, all the way to 326 for the top 20 transactions. Let me see, who haven't. Let me try to mute the one first. Who is it?
它的那个录的味道，那个烟怎么进来了？
Okay. Mute off. Give me a minute. Mute off. Okay, good. So, where am I just now? Okay, so you can see, can we see that people are making profit? So you can see that what I'm doing, I'm selling a concept. So in order to make such profit, do you see one uniform thing? They are all very big unit. Smallest in this is 980 square feet. All right. So in order to make very, very good profit, right? Can I say first thing, we must buy big unit, and in future, people will buy from you to stay. All right. So can you see that you must always have a concept in mind. Have a concept in mind, and today I'm just selling the concept. When I sell the concept, will you all pay more attention to me or not? Can I have some response from the ground? When I'm selling a concept, no product in mind, do you all pay more attention to me? Pay more attention, can you see that? So now I am just selling a concept. Hyde Park residence, in order to make such profit, we need to buy big unit. Correct? So no product selling in mind. Then the next thing I will say, so now I sort by the lowest profit. Lowest profit, correct? From 8,000, 48,000, 55, highest top 20, 84,000. What is the size of the unit? Is it big or small? What is the size of the unit? So the size of the unit is small, right? So can I say these are all what? Investment property. So investment element property are performing lesser compared to the big unit that is for people to stay. Then I ask him, so today if we want to buy a property, should we buy a property that people in future can stay, or people in future will buy to invest? Can you see that? So I during a simple presentation, right? Maybe inside the lift or inside the show flat, or you meet a resale buyer, you can just show 2-3 slides like this, without selling anything, they will start to listen to you. Correct? Because you are sharing things that they are unaware of. If Tricia was asking me, if the buyer budget only can buy 1 or 2 bedroom, will you queue it? Will you queue it? So by selling a concept, what is important is we capture his attention or his or her attention that want to listen to you more. Want to listen to you more. Correct? Because you are selling a concept. The moment you sell product, people turn off already. Correct? So when they want to listen to you more, of course, then I will say, of course, your budget is lower. We might not be able to get something that is people are willing to stay, able to stay. But I will plan something else for you along the line. But you can see that, these are some concepts that, these are some of the strategy that we can apply in your purchase. Will you be happier if someone do this for you? So can you all see that? Huh? So far, any question? Okay, you all can see that I'm selling a concept. Then the next thing, now haven't end, High Park resident. Then the next thing is I'll ask them, have you all heard about where is Campus Height? Campus Height at next to Sengkang MRT, beside the shopping mall one. Have you heard about that? Campus Height, Is High Park location better or Campus Height location better? So I just use 3 slides. You can see later you all will see how come people need to use me. Correct? Then I show Campus Height. Campus Height, location better. So in terms of performance, if High Park already make 300,000-400,000, being a lousier location, will Campus Height make more profit or not? Should Campus Height make more profit? If High Park location is lousier than Campus Height and already make 300 to 500K, should Campus Height make more profit? By right years, then I show 2016 buy, sell 2020, make the most 250K. All right, but majority of them are not making a lot of profit, or rather people are making losses. All right, so then they will ask you why, I will tell them, because of age. So if given a choice, would you want to buy the brand new one or you want to buy the resale one, even though the price is lower and the location is better? Which one will you want to buy? Do you all see now how I prod the whole thing by selling a concept, 3 slides. I don't need to tell them, resale better, new launch better. I straight away show them better location, make lesser profit. Lousier location, make more profit. Which one would you prefer? The new one or the not so new one? Someone come with shopping mall beside, MRT beside. Can you see that? Do you all see what I'm doing or not?
Sorry, Gary, ask you something. So you are comparing with Campus Height and what is that called? High Park, right? The Campus Height, you are comparing the resale transaction, not those owners who bought first hand, right?
Resale. So I use bought low later on.
Okay. So those owners who bought first hand for Campus Height, I'm sure
they still make money, of course.
Make money, okay. Thank you.
No problem. Would you say that some clients already knew Campus Height is much older and they need newer condo statistics in comparison to convince them? So of course, you can take 5 years, 8 years, 3 years, 4 years to compare. But I think in this concept, right? Remember, I'm just selling a concept. In this concept, I'm trying to sell 2 things. First thing is what? Buying what kind of property will help you make the most profit? What is the concept? Buying what kind of property will help you make the most profit? Newer. Then newer, buying what kind of property will make the most profit? Even on the newer one, even the new one, bigger for own stay. Can you see that? So this is the concept that I'm selling. I'm just selling a concept. Compared to earlier on, you know, that conversation with May, you know, she don't have a concept in mind. So when she don't have a concept in mind, she don't know where to go to. The concept don't need to be mine, don't need to be like, you know, big unit, small unit. The concept can be any concept that later we can touch on. But the differences is today we are selling a concept. When you sell a concept, people will pay attention to what you are trying to say because there is no product inside that whole concept. Correct or not? Correct or not? So that is something that is very important. So along the journey, you know, when I sell the concept, do you all see that I'm selling something or not? You all don't really feel it, right? It's just trying to understand, you know, how people make money, how people don't make money, how people make little money, how people make a lot of money. Correct? This is very important when it comes to a presentation. Okay, so far, any question for me? So when I bring up campus height, the next thing is I'm trying to share two things. First thing is property is not always about location because campus height has the best location in the southeast side. Sengkang MRT is right beside it. Shopping mall is right below it. Interchange is there. Nothing can go wrong already. But the price didn't move a lot. Versus one, everything also don't have one. Only got forest, but the price move out a lot. Can you see? These are all in a concept selling. Then straight away after this thing, they will be like, oh, so my original thoughts is not correct. Correct? Okay, any question for me? All is good, huh? If you have a question, you know, can always key in, don't be shy. You can see that my class is a lot more interaction, a lot more for discussion. So from here, you all can understand how people do and didn't really do it the best way, how we improve from there. So eventually, if the buyer doesn't have the bigger or need to buy a smaller, will they come back and question it? Okay, so like I say, today I am only selling a concept. Of course, if we will, when we are buying your unit, right, we will work on your budget and what kind of concept we should input for your budget. But today I'm selling a concept, I'm selling myself because I know concept. I know how people make money. Correct? If you want small unit, where should we buy? How should we buy small unit? Like example, even though if you look at High Park, right? How come people 388 square feet can make 84,000? People 388 square feet can only make 50,000. So these are all concepts. Along the way, then I will emphasize choosing the correct unit. Yes. But you see now, when I sell a concept, people will interact more with me because there is no product selling. Our value is to choose for them, correct? But important is through 3 slides, through 4 slides, through 10, 15, 20 minutes, you are able to leave an impression to that someone that you talk to, that they want to talk to you further. If that 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you only talk about, hey, today we should look at Treasure, today we should look at Florence, they will just treat you as just now someone mentioned, typical agent. Okay? So this is what I have. Solution. So after example, I don't know have you all been to Treasure, but after I sell this homestay concept, can I easily bring Treasure at Tampines out as a product to sell? They will ask you, then Gary, what kind of property that has the same concept that can help me make a lot of money. Alright, I mean, naturally, after understanding this concept, you want to know how to apply it, right, as a consumer. Then this moment you bring up Treasure at Tampines, or you bring up Florence, or you bring up anything that you think is consumable that people can buy and stay, is it a lot easier? No? Correct? So this is how I do it. So just a conclusion. Whenever we are doing a presentation, always must have a concept in mind. So this concept is anything, be it, own stay concept, rental concept, how to use other people money concept, correct? How to sell one, buy two, can stay, can rent out. Any concept also okay, but it must be more foolproof. Meaning that, you keep trying, people will give you some question that you don't know how to answer. Then you will improve your presentation to answer it. Correct? So from this concept, after this concept, right, you must find a product in mind. After this concept, you must find a product in mind. Like example, how I sell Treasure at Tampines, because I thought about this own stay kind of feel. Because you must buy something that people in future can buy from you to stay. Then you will have a chance to make money. So a product surface after your concept. And of course, the reason to buy a unit. Why buy today? Why not buy tomorrow? Why not buy 3 months later, after cooling measure, all this? A reason to buy. So these three things you must have in mind. Then from there, whoever you meet, right, you always use the same three things. Always use the same three things. The concept, the product, and why you need to buy today. Correct? Then this will make your whole presentation a lot more fulfilling along the journey. So far, any question for me? Practice on your colleagues. Is capital gain in terms of percentage per? Sorry, Jean, I don't understand your question. Oh, the percentage gain more relevant than the quantum. If you look at most of the percentage gain for the bigger unit, is also bigger. It's also bigger. Reason to buy. So reason to buy can be a lot of reason, like inflation, like US printing money. So you must have a real reason why people should take action today. Like maybe like just now about Bartley View. The action, why need to take action today for Bartley View? Because you are buying together with the rest. You are the first one that buy with the rest, and subsequently will developer increase the price or not? They will, right? That is also a real reason why must buy today. Like increase land cost, district. So this concept, to be honest, if you go to the tagger, they will share with you one. If you go to the tagger, they will share with you. Like recently, I met one of the tagger in this class talk about Leiden Green. Then they will share how big plot of freehold land make money. How big plot of freehold land make money. So he will share, this big plot of land make money, that big plot of land make money, any big plot of land make money. Then you say, today if you want to buy a property, should you buy big plot of freehold land or not? Correct. That's also a concept. Can that answer your question? So go and check with the tagger, then identify, have a concept that you truly believe. Then you will know what to sell along the journey. If buyer can.
Just Larry, can I say something?
Yes.
So we must identify what kind of product to sell before we even start to share the concept, right?
So it's either way lah. Like example, someone they fall in love with product first, then they do research, then say, hey, big plot freehold land can buy leh, because they see 101 big plot of freehold land make money mah. But some is they think that big plot of freehold land can buy. Then they go and find whether got product that meet or not. It go either way. But important is a concept and a product must go hand in hand. Alright?
Okay.
Okay? If buyer can only buy smaller unit, 1 bed, 2 bed, what kind of unit do you advise? So what kind of unit, 1 bed, 2 bed? I think this one really depend on development. There is no very clear answer. But important, I think, is you sell the concept behind it. Like example, if you look at Commonwealth Tower, the 2-bedder make or make a lot more profit than the 1-bedroom also. So these are some of the concept that you all should have. Like you see, I got a lot of concept in mind, because why I do a lot more presentation now. So it's a lot easier, but it all started with having a concept first. Then when you sell, product is the end thing that you mention, their attention span on you will be longer. Okay? Good. Then we will go to the next one. How to determine a new launch, is it worth buying? Is there any tagger here? Can I have a show of hand? Do we have a lot of taggers here? Those condo taggers, new launch taggers. Do we have taggers here? Wow, this group really, when I ask questions, at times everybody go quiet again. Don't like that lah. You can see that no stress one, right? Any taggers here? Wow, here totally no taggers ah. Cannot be right. We got 180 people here. All do sales one ah. How to determine a product worth buying or not? So the previous session actually a tagger came in, introduced me Leiden Green, and I'm impressed. Subsequently, I really go and study. I go and understand. I think a few days ago I just closed one unit there. So is a place that can share the product you have in mind. Okay, so now what I need you all to do is I need a volunteer again, to take 30 minutes of the time to identify why is it worth buying. So usually the tagger can volunteer, then you can introduce your product, share with us your product, you can do the share screen. Then from there, show us why your property is worth buying. Can I volunteer? Volunteer taggers, it's the best time for you to introduce yourself, Taggers, any taggers? At least let people know you, ma. That's the important thing of tagging. Any taggers want to or anyone want to volunteer to show us one of the product that recently you are selling, your sales script? Then we can learn from it together. The previous one, really, the volunteer also have very big takeaway. After that, text me on. Because he see things from different perspective after that. Sorry, my slide is not inside your handbook because there is changes. I made changes along the way. How, any volunteer? Best is taggers. At least you have your so-called your selling sales kit with you. Any taggers? Can I have a show of hand?
Okay lah, I volunteer lah. 我牺牲啦。
牺牲，不要这样讲。Later you will learn from it. Okay.
But
so,
I'm using iPad. I'm not sure if I can share. Let me try.
You should be able to. Let me. I stop my share screen. Then you should be able to share. Okay. You try to see whether. So I let you have 30 minutes to go and prepare. Then meantime I also let everyone go for a short break, 30 minutes break. Can? Then along the way you see whether you can share screen or not.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, are you all back?
If you're able to see, because once I share screen, I think I cannot mute. I cannot mute myself or unmute myself.
You're using your iPad, right?
iPad cannot. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
I can share screen, but I cannot unmute myself or.
I should be okay. Okay. You just completely unmute yourself first.
Okay, I unmute now. Okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I share now. Okay, you see if you can see my screen.
Yes.
So I share broadcast. Yeah, broadcast, right? Okay.
Yes. What project you are sharing with us?
I just one of the project. The reef.
Good. I can see.
Can see. Okay, good. But can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you? Okay, I can. I think you unmute me first lah. And you mute me first because I think it will be noisy. Later you want me to talk, then you unmute me.
I see whether I mute you. I can unmute you or not. Let me try. Okay, now I can mute you, but I think I cannot unmute you after that. I cannot unmute you then, Audrey. Can you still unmute yourself? Okay, you need to stop share that you can unmute yourself. I can't unmute you, I can only mute you. Wow. I like 5 critical factors to protect your capital. Audrey, I need you to unmute yourself first already. Okay, is everyone back? Okay. After my presentation, we built a very, very close trust. And many times it's just by nature and they will just use me to sell their house. But of course, while selling their house, along the way, I also keep upgrading myself on how to sell their house at a better price. But it's very natural because important is, through the whole conversation, I didn't sell anything. I share concept, all this that create a very different kind of trust that is built along the journey. So that is something that I always do, and it works very well. Okay, I hope I answered that question. Then with that, I will get Audrey to share with us. Okay, Audrey, can you unmute yourself? Then you go into the share screen mode.
Okay, can. Okay,
Thank
so
you, Audrey.
okay, so just bear with me. I also learning, so just let me share.
This one is set the stage right.
Yes, manage the expectation first.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so today I'm going to share one of the projects that I'm tagging.
Same thing. I'll be the buyer. So
Okay.
you share with me what you have for the
Okay.
project. What project is it?
This is the reef at Kingston. I think you can see the floating platform in this beautiful development. Yep.
Yes. Okay, good.
Okay.
Share more.
Okay, hi Gary, and thank you for the opportunity to share more with you. With you for one of the project that I really in love with it. Yeah. So so before we make a decision for any purchase, especially for this kind of asset, like a biggest can be biggest investment in our life. So you have to know what are the five critical factors, right, that will protect your capital and also for your capital appreciations in this property journey. Yeah.
Good.
So are you ready for me to share with you now?
Yes.
Okay, sure. Okay, do you agree with me that there are five important factors, right? I call it 5R strategies to determine whether this is a good development for you to consider. Yeah, first of all, we have the reputable developer with a real transformations, reality in this development, this product, and the right pricing, and lastly, the rentability if you're buying for investment.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. For reputable, I think everybody should know, right? Is reputable developer, is it a must? So I'm sure buying development of property in Singapore is relatively safe if you compare to country like China or Malaysia. However, I think it's good to have a reputable developer compared to not so reputable ones. So when you get the reputable developer, right, you can ensure that your quality is, you can have an assurance of the qualities, and there will be minimized any risk of delays, and also you can leverage on their experience. And those developers, they are developed in certain areas. Like for example, this project I'm going to share with you, the Reef. This actually a joint venture between two major developer in Singapore by Mapletree and Capellan. So Mapletree, as we know, right, they are the developer in this area. Harbourfront District, and some of the example like Vivo City, Harbourfront Centres, Tower 1, Tower 2, and Mapletree Business City. Okay, so Capellan is, they are the developer along the whole stretch of Keppel Bay. So they are the award-winning residential developments. So they also have developed Keppel Bay Tower as well. So as you can see, these are the example of the track record of this developer. So with these two mega developers to joint venture and create the Reef at Kingston, you can see that it's really a world-class waterfront development. Yes. So it's a synergy of world-renowned partners to create this world-class waterfront living. So the architect behind this development is none other than KCAP. So KCAP, they're actually based in Netherlands, and they also have offices in Zurich and Shanghai. And local architect, we have the DCA, who also the architect for the whole stretch of the Keppel Bay development. Okay, so your landscape architect, right, is not the typical architect. You got the landscape architect, right, behind the Garden by the Bay, who developed Garden by the Bay. So it's Grand Associate. So whenever you tell people Garden by the Bay, I don't think anyone will don't know about this. These attractions in Singapore. So we also have the marine biologists, DHI, who have more than 50 years of experience on the research to come in, right, to be our experts in the water environment to ensure that this development, right, will not, have any harm effect to any environment, and we will have, all their research will add value to this development. So first, in the history of Singapore, we have the first floating deck facility. Yeah, how often do you see this? I think the only thing I can relate to is the NDP floating deck. And the Reef, right, is the first floating deck in the residential development in Singapore. Okay, so can I ask you a question? Does buying from a reputable developer give you a better assurance, Mr. Gary?
Yes, of course it does. It does. But still
Okay.
profit is also very important.
Yes, I agree with you. So let's move on to see what I'm going to share with you. So, okay, I'm going to share with you the real transformations. So as we know, right, Singapore is going through a lot of transformations. And we know that transformation is the best way, right, to increase the property value. Right? Your downside will be protected and your upside is unlimited. So as you can see, right, this is a graph to show different parts of Singapore all are going through the transformations. So this is an example of the Seal and Marina Bay. As you can see, right, you got a 168% transformations in terms of the capital gain over the period of time. So over a period of about 6 to 7 years, 6.5 years, you can see the price is really appreciate before and after the transformations. Yes, and you know that this time, right, Greater Southern Waterfront is going to be the 6 times of the size of the Marina Bay. So you can imagine how massive will be the transformation and also your capital appreciations. So this is another example for Jurong transformations. So like Jurong last time, the average price 400 over PSF, and after the transformation can be 1,400 plus. So it's really a massive transformation for about 8.4% per annum. So as you can see, right, the biggest transformations of the whole Singapore is the Greater Southern Waterfront. It's the mother of all transformations. So this is the slide to show you where is the Greater Southern Waterfront transformations. Yep. So we are actually in the right smack in the center of this Greater Southern Waterfront transformations. So what does this tell you? Yeah, because you want to invest in the property where you are at the heart of the transformations, and you know that this transformation will bring you the capital appreciation in the future. So can I ask you a question, Gary? Now, does the size of the massive transformation, right, will bring about a greater potential growth in your property value?
Looking at your example, it should be lah.
Should be, right? So if just looking at the example, it could be, even not 6 times of the 6 times of the capital appreciation or growth, you can easily at least 2-3 times by looking at that. Yeah. So okay, another question I asked you. So if you want to invest in the property, since so many transformations, right, in the whole of Singapore, so this project, right, is really a reality that you can find in the whole of Singapore to have the waterfront living, yet you also have a convenience of MRT station. Just a couple of minutes walk to the MRT station, and you are also next to the largest shopping mall in Singapore. So we are actually
the largest.
Yes. So Vivo, so now you know something. So Vivo City is the largest shopping mall in Singapore, and we are just a couple of minutes walk to the Harbourfront MRT. And it's not just a normal MRT; it's an interchange. So it's a Northeast Line and the Circle Line interchange. So over here, right, we have offices nearby who are your ready tenant pool if you are looking to rent your property. And we are just a few stations away from the CBD. And for the Circle Line, right, if you know, right, there will be 3 more stations added to the whole Circle Line, and it will be completed by 2025. Estimated. Yeah. So in this location, right, it's really a feng shui bounty, people call it, because you're surrounded by a hill, by park, and by water. And for Chinese, right, usually we see 有靠山又有水, right? It's really a good property for you to stay and also for investment. And we are at the right heart of the Greater Southern Waterfront transformation. And do you want to be part of this transformation right now? Yeah, to get a first mover advantage. Okay, so these are the the developer, they are actually created this development, right, to meet the demand in this location, because they know that there's not many I mean, there's not many supply in this location for the one bedder. So in this development, they emphasize on the one bedder unit as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, smaller unit. Yeah, so it's easy for people to to buy for investment and also for stay. Yeah. So this is really a true luxurious waterfront development that I mean a lot of people want to have. I mean to own a unit in these locations. It's like a dream for them. I heard from one of my buyer actually. So just to share with you, right? This development is also considered a low density. I'm not saying the rest of the development that I'm showing you is not good. Like Riviere, they are also a very good development. Just that in terms of the density, right? This development offer you a low density development, low density. So it's almost 61 square meter per unit. Yeah. So is it better to own a rare commodity with a less competition? Can I ask you, Gary? Yeah, because right? How often you see, right, waterfront living environment, yet you have the convenience of, the transportations and near to amenities such as the shopping mall. You can stay in Sentosa, but I don't think you can find the convenience, I mean, compared to the Reef at Kingstop by staying, next to this kind of amenities. Yep.
Okay.
And whether is this the right pricing, let me share more with you. These are the, I need to emphasize this project is out of the Greater Southern Waterfront. And these are the price of the transactions they're already done. So people already accepted the one bedder transacted from 2004 to 2007. So this, so Sky Avatar is also not at the heart of the transformation, and people already accepted the price from 2004 to 2009. And Riviere is also a beautiful development, and people already accepted up to 3003 PSF. Can you imagine?
Okay.
Yes. And the rental transaction in Chorus, right? Okay, Chorus is another project next to us. So you can see these are the transacted price. From the one bedder is 2005 to 2006, and the quantum is 1.5 million easily. And our one bedder is start from 9xx million. Okay, so for Chorus, right? There are no new launches in the past 8 years. And Chorus, right? The building age is already 5 years. Okay, and the land lease is 14 years. That's why? Because the developer actually, they didn't top up the list. But for the Reef at Kingstop, the developer actually top up the list, and we got the fresh list from the 12th of January 2021. Okay, so this is how much, right, should the Reef be? You see the the recent high, right, in the various locations. Okay. So to summarize for you, so launches out of the Greater Southern Waterfront, right, have already transacted 2004 to 3003 PSF. And for resale like Chorus, right, already 14 years of lease, that is within the Greater Southern Waterfront, have actually transacted 2006 PSF. So for the first waterfront new launch within the Greater Southern Waterfront, and it's the closest to the MRT, Harbourfront, MRT, and the VOCity, and with a fresh list of 99 lists. So what do you think the value can be? So what if we are able to get you a unit within the range of 2005 to 2009? I mean, would you be interested to know more?
Should be able to get profit, right? If like this.
Yeah. Yes. So in fact, right, we have units start from as low as 1,009. Yeah. So how about the rentability in this location? Sorry, this will be the last. So for the rentability, so supply and demand. So the rental volume along the whole, your neighboring waterfront condos, right, is about 44% turnover. So there is a high rental volume in these locations. So there are a lot of tenant pools already ready, for you So there are there are your doorstep rental demands such as the Maple Tree, Bank of America Merrill Lynch, Upperfront offices nearby, and this Keppel Land. They are all the developer in these locations. So as you can see, right, we have a lot of tenant pool for you. Even James Dyson, they have their headquarters in Singapore. They will be your future tenant pool as well. So these are the tenants from the retail malls businesses. So you have a huge tenant pool in these locations. And not forgetting the Sentosa Brani master plan. Yeah, it's going to be very exciting in this location.
Okay.
So this location is not just a business, it's also for entertainment. So you have your Resort World Sentosa, that you have the Universal Studio, your Minion Park, and also the Super Nintendo coming up as well, and the Bura Brani. Yeah, so this is why I say the James Dyson has their headquarters located to Singapore. Okay, so this is to show you that we have a consistent rental demand in this location, and you can get a good rental yield in terms of the PSF. You can see from here, ranging from 4.3 to 6.5 per square feet. Okay, so this is so this is the circle line that I'm talking about that will be completed, estimated by 2025. So it will be more professional tenant pool from the CBD. So they are working in like downtown Marina Bay area. Just a few stations away from Harbourfront. And Circle Line station, a Circle Line is actually a very powerful line for you to travel. In different parts of Singapore. So do you agree that the refracting stock actually has a high tenant demands and massive potential upside, looking at the whatever I have just shared with you?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the summary. So we have the refracting stock developed by reputable developer, and it's the only new launch within the Greater Southern Waterfront, and it's a mother of all transformation. So a lack of supply in this location, and next to, it's so convenient, right? We are basically next to the amenities, and there will be a pent-up demand for waterfront development and unlimited rental possibility. Yeah, for you to rent out or for your own stay. Your downside is protected and your upside is actually unlimited.
Very good.
So does the above 5 points actually meet your property objective, Gary?
Yes, you do.
Yeah. So thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I shall stop sharing. A bit kanchiong.
Don't worry, very good information. A round of applause for you. Then someone asked for, let me see, for Coral, 14 years is because of the lease type.
The lease they didn't top up, but the building is not that old. It's just 5 years old. Yeah, that's the reason why it makes our development so attractive. Yes, thank you.
I see. Very good. Wow, good piece of information. Can I have some feedback from the ground? Because of course, I saw information is too fast, didn't let the buyer have a chance to digest.
Yeah, I think a bit fast. I just want to complete my slide.
Or ask any question in mind. This one important, but definitely, a lot of time is through role play and on the ground, really talk to buyer is different. Because role play always, speed up one. Correct? I believe, when you talk to buyer, not like that, right?
Like that but now I need to finish the slide. If not, take up a lot of your time.
But very good information. Can I have some feedback from the ground? How y'all feel about this whole presentation? I think it's really good that we give real feedback. Of course, it's good. It's really good. Information is there. Most of your information is what I will want to share later. So far, any other feedbacks? Anything from the ground? Nothing. Maybe I'll just give my feedback. Audrey? Okay. everything is, to be honest, is really very good. Whatever research you do, it hit the points. It hit the points. It's exactly what I want to share later lah. But I believe, you know, we can improve the delivery. How do I improve because your one is very systematic. You know, it's like a presentation. It's two presentation until people will feel a bit formal. Correct? So if I would, of course, you know, everybody have different type of clients, but if you do it a lot more relaxed, right, it will be a lot more efficient. Example, just now I put down, many times I prefer to give example first. Many times I prefer to give example first. Like just like I mentioned, we are having two reputable developers who build what, correct? But for a start, you say, is reputable developer important to you? Correct? Then you give example. My mind a little bit, how do I put it? A little bit shut down. But if you put it this way, in the sense saying that, you know, maybe I can share two development with you at the same location, but different developer, and you see the end result. You get where I'm coming from, Audrey?
Oh, yes.
So if with that, I say, so today I give you project A, project B, and they are from different developer, but let's have a look at the end result. If you can find some example like this, then the reputable one, it make a lot more profit. Like example, I can think of example is like recently I did a research is, what is this? Rivergate and Waterford. Waterford makes a lot lesser profit. Maybe the developer not as reputable, that kind. Then you see, then you ask them, do you know why this development make better profit? They are in the same location, same year, you know, sometimes even buy more expensive for the reputable developer one. Why is there a different in terms of profit? You know, then it will be a lot more punchy. The effect will be a lot better. Then they will ask you, why? They say, because this one is reputable developer. You see the effect? Then you ask, is developer very important or not? Then they will tell you, yes, it is important. Just now you ask me, is reputable important? I don't know. You get where I'm coming from?
Yes.
So for the ground, they all see the differences. I'm just using her example.
So we have to give example for people to understand if it's not a reputable, what's the difference?
Yes, if possible, I give example first. Is it a project A, project B, both at Robertson Key? So both launch at the same day. Example, both launch at the same day. One make 500K, one make 300K, or one make 200K. Why is it like that? Then they will ask you, why? I don't know. Then you say, because the developer is different. Then you ask, is developer very important or not? Then you tell you, yes, it is, because it's a 200, 300K different. You see or not? So your delivery, you through questioning, right? The impact will be a lot better, and it's not so dry. You engage them, you keep engaging them. Then you show, you see, now we have this developer that, you know, build this, that, and all make a lot of profit. Do you think this developer you can trust? You see my flow? Is it a lot better?
Yes.
Okay. So same thing when come to, I think just now your first one is reputable developer, second one is real transformation. Same thing from transformation. If you can put the sale, example, you put the sale and you put same development, we talk about same timeline, like 2004, people buy the sale and people buy, maybe we put people buy Bedok. Or if you want people buy some like Toa Payoh or Novena, the kind, then you see the profit, you show the profit. Then you ask them, you know why or not? why 99 perform better than freehold? Then they tell you location. Then you'll ask, what happened to the location? Because of transformation. Then is transformation very important? Or you can put Jurong versus Bedok. One east, one west, but everything is normal other than there is a difference of transformation. And if you are able to show the differences, then the transformation part will be a lot more impactful. Correct?
Yeah, thank you.
You get where I'm coming from? So from the ground, do you all see or not? Same data, if we deliver it differently, it can bring a very, very different impact. Can I have some response from the ground? Do you all see what do I mean by this? So this is important. Can I have a show of hand, who also deliver like Audrey, which is actually is a very, very good delivery, just that the engagement lack off already. So this is something that is very important, and I must say Audrey did a great job because she put in all the information that is very important, like reputable developer, real transformation, something like pricing. What are your 5R again? I saw that.
Rental reality, pricing, something,
Yeah, very, very good. Okay, so let me.
Yeah, but I think I learned from you the angle we have to do comparison for them to show them the example. Yeah, I think it will be clearer.
You see or not? It will be. Then you only need to you have to talk lesser already by then, because you only need to ask a question, then you wait, then they say yeah, then say you get the point. You don't have to say so much, That is something very important. That's why I say volunteer sometimes got use on that. Okay, let me share my screen. I share back my screen. Okay, so this what Audrey have just did. I think is a very, very good example. But the only thing to improve is to improve the delivery. How we deliver this information out, it makes a very, very big difference in terms of impact. Many times we will give some obvious question mark first, like why this one make 200K, this one make 500K. Then we bring to the point. Remember, I just want to share concept. We sell concept first. So concept, this 200, this 500K profit. Why? From there, we sell the concept, then we bring to the point. Is a reputable developer very important or not? Then they will so-called absorb this important reputable developer more. Correct? Okay, so far any question for me? If nothing, then this is what I will do. These are the things. Just now I'll just share 5 things. I put in a little bit more. Just now she mentioned pricing. I think quantum price is important. Per square foot is also important. This is why I always will say these are the things to identify in a new launch property. Land size, transformation, she also mentioned. Rental, she also mentioned. Many times I will also put in a bit of profit margin if the developer really never make a lot of money. So if the developer never make a lot of money, I will also throw in profit margin and followed by supply and demand. I think Audrey cover most of it, which is very important. So how she cover? I think she did a great job also. Like she do comparison among all the new condo. So this is what I do. Same thing. I compare new launches. For example, this one I use Jovel as an example. So same thing. I use Jovel. Then I cover all the other new launches. But of course, this one is also a very old slide. So Our overall quantum is only 936 for a 2-bedroom. And the rest is so much higher. So if I have a slide like this, what I will do, I will present in this way. I'll say, Mr. Buyer, if really given a choice, right? If really given a choice, would you prefer to buy something and subsequently hope that you create another record high? Or you want to buy something that people already transacted at that price and you only need to exit at the price they transact? You see where I'm coming from? So just now Audrey also showed Rivia transacted at 3,003. Today you have a chance to buy at 1,009. Is it a good deal or not? That kind. So I will ask them, I say, hey, if given a choice, would you want to buy at a record high price and create another new record, or you prefer to buy much lower and only exit at other people's entry price? Alright. So then I bring out a slide. See, today we can buy at 900, while most of the people are transacting at 1.1 million, 1.2 million. Do you think you will have a chance to make money if you are entering at 936? For Joel, there is too many supply in the location. No, concept. I'm not selling Joel, concept. So even though if too many supply, I will share something like this. Of course, there are a lot of supply, quantum price compared to resale market. So a lot of supply there. So we will pull out what is their average price. If we have, just now we see 936, is it 936? 936K, If 936K, you can buy a brand new one. Do you think you have a higher chance to make profit when the rest of the development is also almost 900,000? Can you see? This is what? Quantum price comparison with new launch and with resale. Correct? So this is just now how Audrey do her presentation, which is almost the same thing, but it's how you deliver the message out. How you deliver the message out. I say, hey, if given a choice, you have the chance to buy a 936 and people are transacting at 1.1 million, do you think you have a chance to make money? Right? Is how you deliver. Then per square foot price to new launches, which just now Audrey also do the same thing. Correct? 1,002 versus all the others. Just now she mentioned her Reef. I think she mentioned 1,009 or 2,000 versus people are already transacted at 3,003. Rivia. Do we have a chance to make money? Correct? So even the resale property also 1,001 to 1,005. This is only 1,002. Correct? So these are the comparison we can do to make sure we know that whatever we are buying is it worth buying or not. Like just now her research, I think, made me feel that Reef is worth buying. Interesting. It still has such unit. Okay. Then compared to new EC price, this one is what we do for Jovel. Compared to new EC price, also almost same price. I think just now is 1,002. 1,278. So people EC already buying a 1,1. Okay. Then URA transformation, you can always go Google, find the transformation. Then talk about the transformation. Like just now I mentioned, if you can find two development, one with transformation, one without, then share the differences, it will be very interesting. Transformation. Just now she did something on lens size also. I like it. You break down your land size. Mine is used square feet, hers is square meter. Break down into number of units. So this is DAME 3. Use the total size divided by the total number of units, you will get a number. This is how much land per unit have, the density. I think she mentioned is density. So this is DAME 3, this is Margaretville. The density is a lot more dense. Okay? So far, any question for me on how we identify, which I think just now May did a great job. Audrey did a great job on all this part. That's why her presentation is makes sense one, because the information all is very good. But it's how we put it into delivery that will make a difference. Any question for me on things to identify in a new launch property? Are you all still around?
Sorry, can I ask a question? So we always ask people to buy during early phase. So how do we sell those units like almost at the end? So the upside may not be so much, right?
So everybody buy property at different stage, at different priority. Correct? So when we ask people to buy on the very, very beginning stage, right, definitely their priority is not to stay. Their end goal maybe is to stay, but their priority is I want to buy a property that make money. So towards the end one, right, their priority is what? Is I can have something that I can stay fast. So it works on different priority. So when you are able to stay fast, right, you might lose out a little bit on the profit. But if you are able to find, example, if you are able to find reef, then I will find something that certain units that didn't increase a lot. Then I will share with them. If the whole market, general market, all move like crazy already, and you have some unit that from launch until now only increased by, like 30,000, 50,000, do you think you are still at the advantage? Like recently, I closed a unit at Treasure. I think the unit only increased 40,000, which I think it still makes a lot of sense, even though we are at the tail end. Do I answer your question, Audrey?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so every unit, you must know the so-called the selling point. Later, I will share with you affinity, which is the later part of the sales, but it still makes sense one. Can share how do we sell or identify project to buy on the own stay only buy when buyer want to buy only resale for own stay, also for capital. How do we sell or identify project? How do we ensure that I can make profit if I buy this? Okay, so how do we ensure? A lot of time I always say this, I cannot guarantee you, but we work on probability. So is this probability higher or not? Like example, back to Reef example, I say we work on probability. If this development has 5R, do you think our probability of making money is higher compared to those without? But of course, you must set the example correct. Like example, I just now first thing, reputable developer, one make 200K, one make 500K. So you see, reputable developer help you make 300K. Then second thing, we talk about transformation. With transformation, without transformation, different, another 200K. So when all this thing is delivered already, then I will tell them, this has higher probability of making profit. Correct, Kelly, you get where I'm coming from? So a lot of time cannot guarantee one. How to ensure we talk about probability? How to identify what project to buy when buyer want to buy only resale for own stay, also for capital gain. This one really, for resale market, right, really depends on your how you negotiate there, because a lot of time the price is already stable already. Very, very not easy to have additional, suddenly have a winning edge. Usually all the price will be very, very stable together with the rest unless you get a good deal in the development. Buy from first owner, higher chance to get profit. Yeah, if possible, you search for those that buy donkey years ago. They can easily sell you, if they make $1 million, they can sell you at 900,000 profit, they still make 900,000. So that buy from first owner, I think is a good indication. Okay. So far, any other question on this one? Things to identify in a new launch property, which I think Audrey did a great job. Thank you, Audrey. Okay, if not, then we will go to the next one. So this is the last thing that I'm going to share with you all today. How to deliver a product to buyers successfully. Remember, we talked about concept selling, then we also identify the few points, the things that to pay attention to on a new launch property. Now is how we deliver it. How we deliver it to the next buyer, to the buyer. Many times, we always must do something like this. For me, I always organize my thoughts. I think it's really important to organize your thoughts, then to identify what are the selling points. Like just now, we can talk about reputable developer in our Audrey case, Reef. Reputable developer, like example, the very first case, Bartley View, we talk about, we must buy during the launch so that we buy the cheapest price that kind, selling point. Identify the selling point of this unit or this development. Then we find similarity. Similarity example, just now, like what I mentioned to Audrey, find different developers, same launch, same day, end result, the profit can be big, then you are able to justify. Okay, then your whole selling will be a lot more fun. People will start to engage you. Like example, this one, I put down 3 development. Momentum Park. So what I will do, I find similarity. Do you want to buy something that developer will slowly help you increase the price? This is the concept that I will sell already. Do you want to buy something that, like just now the Bartley View, you can try something like this also? Do you want to buy something that will slowly increase the price? Then I will show Sterling Residence. All right. Later I will show some example. Then maybe I'll show the example first. So this is what happened. I show Sterling Residence. You can see these are all Sterling Residence. Can you see the date? 2018 contract date. How much did they buy? How much did the buyer buy? Must have some response from you all. So if we want to deliver a property like this, Momentum Park, we will use Sterling as an example. They bought at 1.6 million, right? 1.6 range, correct. What is the last few units that is sold? 2.1. So if we have a chance to find a development like this, do you think we have a chance to make money? Correct. We buy at 1.6 million, although lower floor, but we see people transacting at 2.1 million. A gap of 500,000. If I can find you a development like this, do you think you have a chance to make money? All right. So this is what? This is a concept behind it. So always find the selling point on that development that you want to sell, then find similarity. Similarity example. So by showing something like this, right, like example, showing sterling like this, right, will the buyer be a little bit more confident to buy Momentum Park? It should be, right? Because they see, hey, today we buy at day one price, and in future people will sell at, developer will sell at higher price. Okay, this is one. Second one we look at is affinity. Affinity. What is the concept behind affinity? Because affinity is a later stage already. Then I'll show them, do you want to see the demand for 4-bedroom in District 19? Okay. This is Coven Residence. Can you see 2.2 million, 2.1 million is being transacted? 2.2 million, 2.1 million. So when we want to buy a development, brand new, quite near to each other, and below the resale transaction, do you think we have a chance to make money? Can y'all see? Because affinity still got lower price, less than 2.1 million. Y'all get where I'm coming from or not? So these are example of how you do research. Smaller size, yeah. But bay window, bay window, bigger balcony. So important is what? Is to understand, is there consumer willing to pay more than 2.1 million for a 4-bedroom there? That's one thing. Second thing is, even though we are smaller size, but we are 10 to 15 years younger. Can we compensate back the size? All right. So the last one, key residence. All right. So there is what? Key residence, everybody will talk about. It is very ulu, totally inside, got nothing there. Very, when the moment you walk out, there's no way you can walk out one. Then I find a concept as well. How much Singaporean willing to pay for peacefulness? So how much Singaporean willing to pay for peacefulness? Then we look at what? Tree house. Is it tree house? Tree house, 103 tree house. Tree house versus tannery. Both are at the same location. So both bought at same date. You see 2010 and 2011. Correct. This is tannery. This is tree house. Okay. Both bought at January 2011 and May 2010. This one profit 54K. Better location, right? Tannery, you got Sheng Siong below, you got transformation, you got MRT downtown line, which is Bukit Panjang line. Everything is there, but the profit versus here. Which one give you better profit? Which one give you better profit? Tree house, right? So people talk about price you pay, price you pay, This one bought 975. This one bought 913. So different gap of $60 over, but now they are selling at same price. So in the end, why tree house get better profit? Because people like to buy for peacefulness. I go all the way until Bukit Panjang already. I don't want the Sheng Siong already. What I need is peace. Correct? They are all 2-bedroom. Can you see? So at any point of time when you want to sell something, right, you must identify what is the selling point. Then find similarity. Example, your convincing power will be a lot higher. Like I mentioned, you know, freehold, big plot of land, or developer, or, you know, transformation, all this, you must be very, very clear. From there, then you are able to find example, and you are able to bring that point across a lot easier. Okay? So far, any question for me? Any question from the ground after today? If not, actually, that's all I have really. So, a summary, Today we talk about talk to buyer. That's when May actually share a very good example of, you know, how we focus on selling concept, then selling the product. Okay, then how to determine a product worth buying. I think Audrey also did a great job on, you know, giving us all the pointer, the 5R on every individual scope. How do we you know, break down, is it worth buying or not? Like what I did just now. And of course, also I show some example of how we deliver the scope. Then the last part is how to deliver this product out. Meaning that, you know, every product you are able to find a concept behind it. Be it momentum, haven't increased price, in future will increase price or not. Key residents, you know, in a Ulu area, but people are very willing to pay for peace. Then the other one will be affinity for 4-bedroom, which is the tail end. But you might see that they didn't increase a lot of price, and people are very willing to buy more than 2 million for a 4-bedroom in Kovan, Serangoon area. Okay. Any other question for me? How many products would you recommend us having with your kind of presentation? Many times you only need to have one concept and one product is to impress. So after that, right, I will always end up with, of course, everyone have different needs, different one. Important is after we go through your assessment, your figures, your financial assessment, then I will show you what to buy next. Then after you got the number, then you do research on what to sell after that. So no matter likely to increase price, yes. I think I just saw WhatsApp going to increase again. Can look at the developer chart. Doesn't matter where they stay. Yes, it doesn't matter where they stay. I can go Tampines, I can go Jurong. I also talk about High Park. I also talk about Campus Height. Of course, if you are familiar enough, you can find example. Like recently, I talk about because I'm familiar enough. I go to Bukit Batok. I talk about Bukit Batok, even though I also talk about High Park and Campus Height. Okay, so doesn't matter is the concept, because this concept, as long as you are like very familiar with it, it's bulletproof one. No matter how they shoot you, you also won't get injured one, because you are able to address it. Then that is where they build the trust. because they see that, you know, you are confident, you know what you are doing, you know what is right in the market, and you know how people make money from it. So from there, you build the trust, everything will be good already. Any other question for me? If no question, then that's all for today. We will end the class. So I wish you all the best. So use these 3 things to go and make more money. Help more people. Help more people. Thank you.